Hi everyone, you're watching Girl Talk. I'm your host Anna Karina, and today we have a very special treat for all the fashionistas out there because today we have Holly Nichols with us, a fashion illustrator and the creator of H. Nichols Illustration. Holly, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
She's definitely brought some color to our studio, as we'll show you shortly enough. But Holly, to begin, this story drives me crazy. You have a very famous kind of starstruck moment with a famous fashion designer, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I did an illustration of Ellie Saab's fall couture look. I posted on Instagram, as I do a lot of my work. It's actually right here.
Ah,
yep.
Beautiful.
I really loved it, so I just did a sketch of it. I posted it, and I was out to brunch with a few of the Boston bloggers that I'm connected with, and I noticed that he liked it, and I was like, oh my gosh, girls, Ellie Saab just liked my post.
I would die.
And we were all freaking out, and then from there, he followed me and reposted it. So we were all just kind of like, oh my gosh, it was such a very cool moment.
Incredible. Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful design. But kind of going off that, just describe your artwork altogether because it's so unique. I love it. So just tell me how you view your own artwork.
Definitely very clean, crisp. I do most of my stuff on white backgrounds just because it's an illustration and keeps it focused on the garment that I'm illustrating. Trendy, I do a lot of my work based on what's trending. It gets a lot more attention, and a lot of the young 20-something girls are attracted to it.
Oh yes, definitely. And you do illustrations of fashion, but you also do kind of different things for print and stationery because, you know, I love this one here. Right?
That is actually Boston chic.
Beautiful, look at that. And so I feel like this would be great for stationery and you do posters too as well, right?
Yeah, posters, cards. I'm actually working on a calendar for January, so that's my next project.
Awesome. And so when you decide you're doing one of these illustrations, how do you set the scene for yourself? Do you have a studio, or do you set the mood lighting? Because I feel like there's so much detail here, even though it is clean and crisp, but there's a lot of detail going on, so I feel like it takes a lot of attention.
Yeah, I like to do a lot of my work in natural light. It really helps me see the true colors of what I'm working with. I need a very clear space. I can't work in mess. Right. Lots of coffee involved.
Is coffee ever not involved, honestly? Coffee's involved for everything, so that makes sense, but keep going.
I work with an artist marker, so by the time I'm done with that one illustration, there's usually markers and pigments and inks everywhere, but it starts clean. It doesn't necessarily end clean, but.
Yeah. No, you definitely have a talent. So when did you decide that this talent, was more than just kind of doodling in your sketchbook, but that you could actually kind of build a business off it, which you have?
Yeah, it kind of really happened by accident. I studied studio art in college. I graduated with a BFA. Okay. It wasn't exactly easy finding a full-time job with a BFA.
Tell me about it.
And I had always been sketching the fashion illustrations during college, and I continued doing it once I graduated. And I was doing it for fun at the time for friends' parents, their wedding gowns, stuff like that, and people started offering to pay for it and trying to commission me to do stuff. And I kind of said to myself, if people are willing to do this, I'm willing to do it for them. Yeah. So that's where it kind of turned into a business, and the ball kept rolling, and I'm moving into my studio next week, and I'll be doing it full time, so I'm very excited about that.
It's very exciting, very, very exciting. So one of your illustrations that I love so much, the designer Alphabet. Everyone take a look here. Crisp, clean, beautiful. I love the way you described it. So I want to play a little game really quickly. And you can fact check me on this. And I don't know all the designers, but I want to see how many I can name.
Yes.
Okay. And I know right off the bat there are some I don't recognize. But you know all of them, clearly,
yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and if I don't know it, I'm just going to guess, okay? So Aldo shoes?
Think Lady Gaga.
Oh, Alexander McQueen.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
very good.
Okay, Burberry.
Yep.
C is Coach. No.
More classic.
Oh, Chanel.
Yep.
Chanel. Okay, Chanel. D, I have no idea.
Do you want me to tell you?
Can you give me a hint? Because you're the fashion expert, so you know it. But am I gonna know it?
They also have a very good makeup beauty line.
Dior.
Dior. Yeah.
Dior. Ellie.
Yep.
Ellie Saab, obviously. You knew Biff.
Yep.
F. You can tell me F because I can't even think of any designers that's with F.
F is Fendi.
Fendi.
Yep.
Fendi. Okay, and Gucci.
Yep.
H. Are they famous for handbags?
They are. The Birkin bag.
The Birkin bag. Who is it?
Hermes.
Hermes. Oh my God, have you been studying fashion your entire life, like just following it, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
a tricky one.
Yeah.
A lot of the when I was researching what designers to use, I kind of had to dig deep. They're not readily available in every letter I discovered.
If you had to dig deep, I'm not going to know it. Who is it?
Issey, I may pronounce this incorrectly, but Issey Miyake?
Issey Miyake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's newer, but.
J. Jimmy Choo.
Yep.
Jimmy Choo. K. Don't know that one either.
Kate Spade.
Oh, Kate Spade. Actually, no, I did know that one. I did know that one. I was just looking at Kate Spade the other day. Okay. L. Louis Vuitton, obviously. M is, it seems a little Marc Jacobs?
Missoni.
All right, we're almost there. Let's see how many. I think I've gotten like 5.
You're doing pretty good, yeah.
N for jewelry. Who?
Neil Lane.
Neil Lane.
Yeah.
He's a little obscure.
Yeah.
Right?
That was tricky.
Oscar de la Renta.
Yes, very good.
Okay, P. Glasses. I don't really know.
They're not necessarily known for their glasses, but that glasses style is very popular.
Is it polarized?
No, that's Prada though.
Prada. Prada. Okay. Q. I'm never gonna guess.
No, you're never gonna. I had never heard of that until I had to research it too. It's Quinn. It's a New York designer. Yeah.
R. Is it Rainier? No.
Ralph Lauren.
Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, that was the.
S is. Don't know S either. Who?
Salvatore Ferragamo.
Okay, I was never gonna get that one. T is Tiffany's, obviously. U. See, when you get to the end ones, you don't like who begins with U.
Ungaro. Yeah, that's another hard one.
Oh my God, you are a fashionista. Is this Valentino?
It is. Yeah.
Valentino. Okay. W.
Walter Steger.
Walter Steger.
Yeah, he's famous for that curved heel.
Okay.
The back is curved. Yeah.
Yeah, look, that's tall. And is this XOXO?
It's not. That was one of the options. That is Zarina.
Zarina.
They do swim and lingerie.
Okay. Because XOXO, they do swim too, right?
They do. Yeah.
Okay. Y. I was looking at this earlier and I was like, what is Y?
YSL.
YSL.
Yeah.
YSL. And then Z. Zara? No,
nope, he's a big name in gowns. ZP. Does that help?
Oh, I thought that was his name.
No.
Zachary?
Zach Posen.
Zach Posen.
Yep.
The designer alphabet. Congratulations, you knew way more than me. You know all of them. So that was my little test for you and myself. Yeah, I was just testing you, actually. I just wanted to see how well you
did very well.
But no, I love it. It's beautiful. You came up with that idea. That's so incredible. And for your business, I know that people do custom orders, right?
Right. I get a lot of custom orders. I had to kind of find a way for me to make it work where I could only take a certain amount at a certain amount of time because just recently the demand got very high, which is a great thing.
Definitely.
But I needed to be able to balance my personal life and this, and so I take a certain amount of custom orders in at a time, but people usually find me on Instagram.
Okay.
They reach out via email. They find my email in my bio.
Okay.
And then from there, we kind of talk about what they're looking for and how they're going to use it.
What's one that's come in so far that's either been like a challenge or like something you've been really excited to custom design for someone?
I did a really sweet one this past year, and it was someone's aunt commissioned me to do a fashion illustration of her little niece and her mother who had recently passed away. Aww. And she was using it as a way for the little girl to remember her mom. So that was really, I love doing that.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, and they were both beautiful, and their outfits were gorgeous, and I was really happy to be able to do that for her.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that you can custom design because it's, I mean, even in my head, I'm thinking of things like, oh yeah, I want this. But
Yeah.
what are your hopes for your business? I mean, you've already said you're moving to a studio and you're taking it full time. So what do you, I mean, how big do you want to get?
I don't know. The sky's the limit. I'd love to keep going with it. I'd love to get picked up by a designer.
Okay.
I'd love to work. I mean, I like working for myself, but
yeah.
I would love to work for a brand. That would be great.
Oh, yeah.
I love doing freelance work too, though. But I'm really open to anything. I want to see where it goes.
I know. I want people to keep regramming you. I want Valentina. I want everyone on this designer alphabet to regram this designer alphabet.
That'll be the goal.
Awesome. So you said before we can find you on Instagram. Why don't you just tell us all your handles for Twitter and everything like that? And
Twitter, I'm HN Illustration.
Okay.
Instagram, H Nichols Illustration.
Okay.
HNICHOLS Illustration. I'm on Facebook, but very limited.
Okay. You have Etsy, right?
Etsy, yes.
Okay.
My Etsy shop is etsy.com/shop/HN Illustration, and that's where I do most of my sales. So.
Oh, that's
and
so
you
exciting.
can buy prints, stationery. I actually have a baby onesie. Very cute. So apparel, a little bit of apparel going on.
Yeah, I like that everything's so different. You know, it's fashion, it's city scenes, it's landscape, it's cool ideas. So just congratulations on your success.
Thank you
and
so much.
your beautiful talent. And I'm glad that, you know, even though you have a BFA, you look at BFA and you're having your own business. So it is possible, people. It can happen. And you're a great example of someone who took your talents to the next
thank you so
level.
much.
So everyone, thanks for tuning in to Girl Talk, and thanks to Holly Nichols for joining us. Make sure to check us out on Twitter for updates, and make sure to tune in next time.